Hey everyone, it's me, John. Welcome to another BrainScratch Searchlight update. I don't know if you recall this case. If you don't, I will have a link to it, to the original BrainScratch Searchlight in the description box below. But this was a special edition where we had two cases that we covered over the course of 2 weeks that might be connected. And those cases were Jessica Runions and Kara Kopetsky. And the common denominator between them is a man named Kyler Yust, or Yust. And Kyler was the boyfriend of Kara, who was seeking to get a restraining order on him right before she disappeared. Jessica, she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was friends with Kyler, but Jessica decided to leave a party with Kyler on the night she disappeared. And then you might recall her Jeep wound up being torched somewhere, and authorities have arrested Kyler and are looking to charge him at least with that. So let's take a look at a recent article. Unfortunately, this has been a very tough week for BrainScratch Searchlight updates. Remains identified as missing Missouri woman Jessica Runions. Remains belonging to one of two people discovered by a mushroom hunter in a wooded area outside of Kansas City have been identified. The remains belong to Jessica Runions, who was last seen leaving a party on September 8th with Kyler Yust, a longtime friend of her boyfriend's. Upon discovery of the remains, the Kansas City Police Department classified the case as a homicide. The remains of a second person found in the same area have not been identified. Kara Kopetsky's mother, who was notified when the remains were discovered, along with the Runions family, told KCTV it could take months, even up to a year, to identify the second set of remains. I believe that is in large part due to the amount of time that body could have been out there. If it is indeed Kara, she went missing in 2007, so you're looking at almost a decade of time passing. There is kind of at least a little bit of a silver lining in all this. The two families have been able to support each other, particularly the two mothers. I've seen them interviewed together, and they're really saying some very sweet things about the fact that at least their daughter wasn't out there alone somewhere, that she was with someone else. It's really tough to find the bright spots in stories like this, but really their families are the ones that are providing any type of bright spots in these stories. I can't imagine having to wait months or possibly up to a year to find out those results. I hope that it comes along a lot faster than that. And if it does indeed turn out to be Kara, that's certainly going to put some very interesting questions in Kyler's direction, because now you have two bodies of two missing young women, both connected by him. There's already been a lot of suspicion cast in that direction. And if they were both put at the same location, man, I think things are going to get very, very tough for him. And quite honestly, if he did these things, they should get tough for him. So I don't know, guys, but there are a lot of news stories kicking around on this. As soon as I hear anything about that second set of remains being identified, I will certainly update you, or if there's any other significant developments in terms of his court litigation, which I don't think his charges have changed yet, but I'm also hoping that they're finding some type of evidence out there besides the actual remains. It could be that they could tie one of these charges to him. It seems like authorities are already pretty clear that Jessica is indeed a homicide case, so there might be more charges already coming his way, but we'll have to see how that shakes out. Outside of all that, I had a brain scratcher, a longtime brain scratcher, Miko Starshine, did a little bit of a analysis and put a map together of these locations. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I did ask for her permission. She did give it. Thank you so much, Miko Starshine. So on this map, we see location number 1. This is where Kara Kopetsky was last seen, which was her high school. Location 2, we have where Jessica Runions was last seen. It's pretty interesting to me. I didn't even really put together that these locations were even that close. Location 3 is where her car was found when it had been torched. Location 4 is where Yust's grandfather lived, where we know Kyler was staying. And they actually, I believe Crime Watch Daily, if I recall correctly, had footage of Jessica's car being in the driveway at Kyler's grandfather's house. So there's pretty good evidence that she was at that location at some point. They do have footage that they think is her actually in the house, but it's really unclear to me if it's actually her or not. And then from this location, we get out to location 5, where this 2 sets of remains have been found, and we can see that that is, it looks like, I would estimate it to be about 20, maybe 25 miles at most away from Kyler's grandfather's house. It could be that some analysis like this shows up in court if they're trying to show how he might have gone about doing this. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. In terms of the location and how close everything is, certainly seems feasible, certainly seems possible, but we'll have to leave that to the authorities and see what they can dig up on this. Thank you all for spending some time with me here on BrainScratch Searchlight Update. I hope all of you are doing well. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you right back here on the Lord and Arts channel.